Hi guys, we're back again, Saturday. I need to address this, but I'm going to be honest with you, £35 a top up of gas. I can't afford to whack the gas up to combat the wind. Seem to be getting a few days of this. At the moment, just as I speak, it stops blowing, doesn't it? It's just typical, but yeah, it's a problem. So I don't think we'll get this welded today, but what I can do today is I can go in the shed and I can start cutting all the strips. What also I can do is clamp on the fiberglass and I can start drilling through, so I can run some 8mm bolts through there, and then I can do the bolts up underneath and then cut them short after. So we can prep quite a bit. The tin has got to be made, and somehow I've got to bend it. I do not know how I'm going to do this. The reason why I'm doing it, as I said in the previous video about real estate, there is a lot of it here. It's nice, but there's a lot. There's going to be even more if I get my own way, because I'm thinking about removing these and welding flush to there, and where those lines are here, I was thinking about wooding it out here. And I was moaning a little while back on one of the other videos. I always moan, I'm a moany person. Lost 3 subscribers as well, which I suspect is because I've been whinging about my leg. But yeah, I forgot I had all of this, just sitting here doing nothing. So I think we have our wood. I was watching my video back on telly last night. I thought, hello, I forgot that was there. You know the old advert on the British TV about nose blind? Well, you get, with all the crap I've got lying around here, you get a bit blind to what there is, and you get so used to seeing it that you just don't notice it. That's how I see it. Anyway, look, preparation, quite simple. We're going to cut the metal. I'm going to have a go at bending it. I think what we're going to have to do is make a form, basically a piece of box with a piece of tubing welded above, so we can slide the metal in and then just gently bend it. And I think that's going to be the best way to do this. Before my battery died, to give you a rough idea where this is going, I can't leave that as it is, because this is a 70-mile-an-hour razor blade if I get into an accident. So we need to fatten this area up and sort of grind it back a little bit to make it a little bit of a kinder curve, and then bring it up. It fills the space. And it don't look too bad, do it? My battery's about to die, so I've got shut down automatically. You know why. There you go. And I think it needs to be puffed out a bit because of the height of the front. Makes the back look a bit bigger than what it really is. Oh, I don't know if you clocked the first photo I put up, but it was yesterday when I put the video out. I did a scan of the whole vehicle, and the back end didn't quite look proportionate when I was looking at the video, but it is. When you need to see it face to face. The cameras don't do this any justice, I tell you. Right, first bolts are in, but I think I haven't thought this out properly, because I need to get that fiberglass off. Go out through that gap. Excuse the wind noises, can't help that. Now I could turn them the other way up and weld the nuts on, which would probably be a better idea all round, because mud ain't going to get caught up in the threads. The problem is I'm only going 6mm on that edge, and I could cut slits in the fiberglass, but then that puts some extreme weakness in that, and I didn't really want to do that. So yeah, we've got a bit of a predicament going on, and I didn't realise when I was drilling these, so I got too close to the edge, that I actually got a lot of fiberglass under there that goes right up to here. I could have actually done them all the way along there instead, which would have helped a lot. I could re-drill, but that metal's hard. It really is a hard metal. I don't know. Okay, I've now made the end cap. That is stainless steel, best I can come up with. We've still got to cut a piece of it off anyway, because we've got to put some mould steel in here, and then we're welding into that. And I don't really want welding done to that panel, because the welds will go rusty, and I want to leave that shiny. So with that having been said, we do need to now try and figure out what to do down here. Now we're going to cut it there along that white line, so we're just looking for a piece to go from there to here that has that rough shape to it. Now it's not going to be so easy because mudguard didn't quite make it to that turn. Sunday, and I've made a tool to do that job. I'm dead excited about it. Well, not really. Just thought I'd glamour it up a bit for the sake of the video. There it is. Ha! And you might have been expecting something really technical. No, not with me, I'm afraid, but it does do that. Very tidily. There's just one small problem. You got to put it in like this. So you put a flat bit in like that. So it's just in there, and then you got to heads, and then you got to push like crazy. Word of warning on that. If your bowels are a little loose, you know what I'm saying? Oh, that didn't go so well. I put a little bit too much heat into the welding up here. I was having problems, no end of problems. Wind blowing. I mean, there's no wind today, but when it does blow, it was knocking the gas out, and it's warped. There's the second one. And I don't mind admitting, I'm now regretting this, because I've got to do all of this all over again on the other blooming side. And I ain't exactly come out the way I was anticipating. Well, best I can come up with that one. That wasn't easy. Just couldn't get those angles to work, so I had to cut that one panel, because it was one complete panel. I had to cut it in half in the end and just take it the way it went. Struggled with that one. I just got to trim off this piece with a plasma cutter and then weld that back up and grind it, and then we can move on to this horrible area. So we've got 1, 2, 3 more panels, 4 with that to go, and then we're done for the day. And then we need to turn our attentions to the other blooming side. Whew. Okay. Oh, already talked about that, haven't I? Okay, so there's another panel on here, another 2 panels. That one, that one. Okay guys, there you go. Put the trim back on, recut it. I don't know what to do about this bit here. Originally I was going to go straight down and try and blend it in, but I've since changed my mind. I've got to alter the checker plate because that no longer goes back on properly from that plate I put on. This plate here was bowed in a bit. I had to overlay it. We've got to fill it anyway, so I just decided it don't matter. So a new piece of tin is in. We've still yet to make up a post to go down here and keep it level, so we're going to be cutting into all of that eventually and making a new bit, and then we've got to fill in that bottom bit down there. Once we've done that, what I'll probably do is get some checker and have a piece going around and slot it into the underside of that. I think is what we're going to do. That's kind of where my head's going with it. Right, well the phone rang and I've completely forgotten about what I was talking about. So tomorrow we now have to return to this side, so we've got to cut that bloody thing off. We've got to make some plates for the outriggers, and we've got to make some sticks to go up. Oh hell bells, I forgot to fill in that piece, didn't I? I've covered it all up now. Damn it, that's going to be a nightmare to get to. Okay, so we ain't finished that side yet. Keep forgetting about it, don't I? Anyway, so we've got to get that tank off. We've got to fill that in. We don't have to cut anything away on that side. We are pretty where we need to be, so just make a new plate to go over, cover that plate going down there. We've got to make a cover plate for the back, and we've got to get the rock slider fitted first. That actually is the first job of the whole lot. So we've got to make plates, tubes. I really ain't in the mood for this, but I did not enjoy putting those rock sliders on. They're a bit of a pain in the butt. Right, Tuesday. Took me a whole day to do that. So we did some great progress there. Unfortunately, I didn't spot this till later on. panels all warped up at the top. I'm going to have a go at heating that up, see if I can't tap that out. I heard the metal creasing as it was going, I couldn't see where it was creasing. Has annoyed me a little bit, I'll openly admit. There's not a lot I can do about it, so filler, I hate using filler, but there is going to have to be filler on that. However, the weather's a bit crap today, it's on and off with rain, and apparently it's going to be like that for the rest of the week. So this is the next side that has to be done. But the only thing I can do at the moment is just to make the two top plates to go there and on there. Drill up, pre-drill the holes and cut that tank off, which is held in with bolts there and one in there, and bolted onto the bracketry that used to house the gas tanks that this thing had when I got it. I had 4 gas tanks on it. I had one under the passenger, one under the driver, and I had 2 underneath the rear wheel arch at the back. Literally 10 minutes when I spoke earlier it was dry-ish. It's been raining ever since. It's now 4 in the afternoon, and as you can see, that hasn't stopped. Anyway, we've got bigger problems because I've now run out of slitters and I'm on my last plasma tip. I've ordered some more, but they take a while to get here, especially when the person that you've bought them from on eBay reduces the price. They are not in a hurry to send them because they're trying to save money, so they'll be second class a week away at least. But what I did do today, or tried to do, was cut the other bit of checker plate out, which has got to go on the other side below the door. I don't actually know why I'm doing them. Maybe just to trim it all off and make it look nice, but I don't actually know if they're necessary. But I'm putting them on anyway because they are nice and light, and I want to get myself some more angle iron at a later date, weld that onto the rock sliders on the back, which is the front, that's the front. So I was going to come off of here and then go up, and then I was going to bolt 3 bolts in with sealant, just to give those steps a little extra encouragement not to fall apart on me, was the main idea of that. I haven't done anything else today, this is it. This weather has hindered me massively. I've also got to get some more welding stuff as well. I need some welding tips, but that grinder I bought last week certainly mangled my finances up, really did. That was the only spare cash I had. I've got some savings upstairs, so I don't really want to break into it. Only reason I bought that grinder was because our old dribble niggers next door was moaning at the noise, so I had to get it, and it actually has paid off because it was a lot quieter than the last one. That's the Milwaukee set that I bought. So yeah, the Milwaukee tools are really good. I'm really quite impressed with those. So I'm going to look out for more of them. I think in a few months, be a new drill, Ryobi stuff. It's okay. The drills ain't doing too well now. I've used them so much that they're a bit pooped, worn out. Okay. The other rock slider is now on. I ain't sure I want to put those alleys back on, you know, the little trim pieces. I'll show you why from over here. Looks more sinister, more aggressive. If that whole area was left open, obviously I can't leave it open, but there you go. You see what I mean? Looks more American, it's longer, it's higher. If I had my way, and I don't have my way on this, I have to be honest. If I had my way, I'd lift that rock slider right up to here. And the reason for that is this piece of metal in here is actually heavy. It's more heavy duty than that bloody bit of metal there. There are 3 pieces of steel in here. There's one on the outside edge, one in the middle that runs the full length, and then that one plus the bit underneath and the bit on top. And I'm not joking you. That's stronger than the actual rock slider is. I don't know why I've done this other than the fact that I need a step for me and for her. Mainly for her. She's a bit shorter than I am. and she can't even use that one at the moment. I've now got to figure something else out so she can get in, because she says she can't get in. She tried, couldn't do it. Her legs won't go high enough. She hasn't got the strength in her knees. So I've got to do a secondary fold down step somehow that doesn't get in the way of the rock slider bar at the front. But anyway, look, here we go. Painted up. As I said, it's a rust protector, nothing more. It's going to get bed lined, so I shall probably sand that all back at some point, or sand it down anyway. And this one's gone better because I actually managed to disconnect it from the chassis and weld it all that properly. So what I'm going to do on the other side, when I get 5 minutes, I am going to drop that one. I'm going to drill out the holes bigger with plasma cutter, put 12mm bolts holding that in, and then I shall weld up the ends that haven't been welded up as well as they should be. Basically, I ain't done the job properly because of the weather and the fact I couldn't get under there. So we're going to do that properly. We're going to grind them all back and sort that all out, so I don't have to pay somebody else to do it, because I am capable of doing it myself, to be honest. I was just getting lazy. So tomorrow when we come out, if we ain't got any rain, but wire brush this all back now, and then cut the steel and start building up the wheel arches on this side. Quick question. Checker plate that runs along there. With or without? With or without? I need multiple opinions though, not just one or two people. I mean, I don't know about it, you see. And another thing I'm thinking, that wood ain't gonna work. Not with the style I'm going anyway. Originally, when it was in the shed over there, it was originally going to be a rat rod, a apocalyptic destruction of the world kind of vehicle, okay? And that was it. That was where we were going with it, but I couldn't get the chassis working, so I started again. And as you know, we went down the road of Morris Minor, but that didn't really work, not for me anyway. I couldn't see over the damn bonnet, to be honest with you. That and the fact that the bonnet was too stubby and nothing was really working. So now we've gone this, but it's just gone, I've tamed it up a bit. It's just gone too tame. So I want to lose that wood now. What I want to do, and I'm only 80% there at the moment. I'm still not 100%, but I'm about 80%. Is you got that line up there with the rivets, so I'll come down here, I want to checker plate that bit there, and then this bit here, I'll leave this where it is, but I want to weld in a nice big sheet of thinner steel with some angle irons supporting it, and put a bead in that. And I want to make metal doors for the back, and I've got a safety reason why I want to do it. I want to put both wheels on the back. I ain't sure how that's going to happen at the moment. Wheels are pretty damn big, but I want both wheels on the back, and I don't want them double stacked. I want them side to side. If I put those wooden doors I've got in there on the back, it means I've got to make a separate frame to carry the wheels. There is a problem with that idea, and that is, if I roll this thing on its side and I can't get out of my driver's door and I have to climb through the vehicle to get out through the back, although I have to be honest, I'm a pretty fat bugger, and that gap there is going to be an awfully difficult one. But if I am left with that as an option, I'm not going to get them door open because that frame is in the way. Frame will be a lockable frame from the outside. I like the idea of that because it helps stop people from stealing. Problem is, it also stops me from getting out. So I'm thinking steel frame doors on the back, something close to this sort of material here, easy to bend, nice and strong, and then I can fix the wheels to a frame to the doors. But here's the thing, I was going to scissor the door, the wheel, so the actual bracket hold the wheel on, yeah. So we hinged that side of the door, but on this side of the door it'll come out and then go across, something similar to that. I ain't figured it out yet, but when you open the door, the wheel actually pulls away a little bit so it can clear and go around the side as you open the door up. There's a way of doing it, I'm sure there is. I know I can figure it, but I want to use the original aluminium if we can, and I'd like to use the glass. So it's pretty much mimicking that all up. What I reckon I'll have to do is a double frame. These don't fit the hole. The plan was on the side here. Oh, excuse me. Tired. Yeah. On the side of here, we were going to put the wood in, and we're going to send the wood a little bit further in, and then router it for the doors to fit, and then the doors would sit side by side without too much problem. I don't think that would work. I need to put them back on just to measure up, but I don't think that idea is going to work now. So we'll have to build a frame that can sit on the inside edge here, and then we'll have to get some angle iron from somewhere and make up a lip all the way around on the inside edge so we can put rubber seal in, and then just keep that absolutely dead flat on the back. We can soon sand that all back, and we've got a weld piece of angle on there as well, because we might not be doing the wood now, you see. So there you go, that's kind of where my head's going with it. I've got a bumper to go on the back, that's got to be built yet as well. We've got more stainless steel trim to make, because we need to trim this bit here up as far as there, so it's got to come in at an angle on both sides. Yeah, still loads to do, but not half as much to do as there was when I started. Morning. It's Thursday. It's a nice day. A bit windy, but it's a nice day. I don't know how the wind is going to work out though, but we'll see. So today is wheel arch and the tin work. Got the rock slider on yesterday. I'm quite pleased with the way that went. Actually did a good job of that on the welding. So now we've got to figure this all out and try and bang them buggers in as well, and try not to warp the metal out like I did on the other side. I want to do some alterations to this. I want to cut that off, cut along there, so I can neaten those corners up. This one I'm a little stuck. This is a pretty good day, because this now marks that I'm getting closer to the end of the rear fabrication. That pleases me a lot, actually. I still got to figure out what I'm doing up here, but the rest of it I'm pretty chuffed. Coming to the end. So we've got a fuel tank to figure out. We've got to weld the chassis up where there's holes. We haven't done the back yet, and at some point we've got to get this scuttle sorted out. So I've got to rework all of this and what's underneath as well. I'm going to try and put it back how the Morris Minor, or how Morris originally had those Morris Minors. I don't know if I can put the battery tray in there though, but I've got a lead long enough to reach the back, so if it comes to it, the battery itself, which is going to be a lorry battery, could go in the back somewhere, like just behind the rear seats or something. I'm just not sure at the moment. I haven't got that far into thinking. We've just got a little bit more to do down there, but I'm having a coffee at the moment. Well, I'm about to have a coffee, but we'll put all of that in. I managed to get those dents out. We've got a little bit of warpage there, but I think that one was already there before I welded that. That side's done. Stainless plate's got to be made and screwed in, and then next week I think we'll concentrate on the door seals on both sides. And I'm going to take a trip to my mate, find out what I can do with this windscreen frame. I'm also going to next week weld in that plate at the bottom, assess whether I'm going to use the wooden doors or not, subject to money, try and get them filled, and then the week after scuttle, and then I can say that most of the fabrication will be finished. I'm going to get all of that done. That door frame there's getting cut and sorted out. Got some more tips coming for the plasma cutter. So yeah, we are starting to get there. This is really starting to look like a car now. Here we go. I'm naked. I've just got one more thing to do. That's the stainless steel cover. I'm going to have another coffee and then I'll get that out of the way. And we'll make the video up and we'll get her uploaded. There you go. But we got a problem. We got a big problem. I couldn't make that stainless steel piece. There it is. It's not the same as it is on the other side. Let me demonstrate. Didn't spot it before. Don't quite know what I've done wrong. That goes just below wheel arch, that little triangle that go off, and then on this side it does not. I've got to put a rod from there about an inch lower, and then I've got to put in a new piece of steel along here, so I've got to cut that off, bend it out, and then I've got to put a new bit of plate in there and then make up a new end piece. I have proper cocked it up, but the rest of it's gone okay, so we'll deal with that another week. I am now officially knackered. This one has been a long old week, guys. Ooh, has it just. Right, next week, what we're addressing next week. Right, we're going to address the door seals just below that door line, checker plate them. I would like your opinions, please, on whether that checker plate should stay or go. My feeling is it should go. This is the view you get when it's gone. Let me show you from over here. I think that looked better open. It gives it more aggression, and hell, I need more aggression from this. That tames it up, I think. Your opinions, go on, go for it, all of you, many as possible. But I bet none of you will start. Well, I bet one or two will, but I bet the rest of you don't. I don't know. So yeah, back piece, it's got to be done. Bumper, I'll do the bumper next week. I've got some reversing sensors coming. Yeah, don't laugh at me, alright? I just felt with my reputation I need them. So I've got reversing sensors coming. They'll get fixed in the bumper. And we've got lights to go in. Somehow I've got to buy a fog light as well. Reverse lamp. Land Rover reverse lamp. Round one to match the fog light, which I've got hidden in that shed somewhere. I don't know where it is though, unless I buy two LED ones. They're flipping expensive, I know that. Unless those actually they might have them on there, so I might not need them. The lights that I've already got might actually have those features on there. What else is there? So there's that bit to do. We've got the corner piece on the other side to sort out. We've got the flat piece to sort out there. I'd like to grind that roof back. So yeah, I think that's going to be next week's video. That's all we're going to concentrate on, and if anything else comes, then that's a bonus to you guys. It's as simple as that. But shit, is that looking like a car now. I've got to babysit 3 dogs next week, so that's going to be fun. 2 golden retrievers, well, 1 golden retriever, 1 Labrador, and 1 fart box pooch. Really got bad stomach. I ain't keen on that one. It's a little French poodly. No, it ain't. French bulldog. I don't like it. I'm looking after them for a week. Anyway, there you go. There is the view. I love it. I'm loving this now. Starting to like it. Starting to appreciate it for what it is. That tailpipe's going. I'm going to sort the exhaust out. I've got a cherry bomb I want to put on the back. I also want to run 2 electric valves on the exhaust, so I've got 2 pipes going out each side on the downpipes, so we can have the proper noise, you know the one. Sorry for the bad sound effect. So yeah, loads to do still, but we are getting that much closer to wheeling this thing out the front. Trust me on that. Right, so I'm in a hell of a state of filthy. Hair's grown too long. I'm knackered. Knees hurt. Everything's done. So with that in mind, I am officially now ending this video until next week, because I am shattered. Got to sort out the garden so these dogs don't get hurt. So I've got a lot of metal to clear tomorrow. That'll be fun. So if you like what you see, please press the thumbs up. If you don't like what you see, press the thumbs down. I don't care. Comment. I love the comments. Appreciate everybody that commented the last time, and I appreciate the thumbs ups that you gave the last time. So and the times before that. So there you go. We'll just play some background music now, and I'll see you next week.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. Anxiety, filling up every space, no privacy. And silently, it could build and build until you finally see, whoa, it's taking over, damn no closure, moving closer. No exposure, I just wanna be a loner. Some can't stay sober, looking over all their shoulders, like moving boulders just to get out of the home. It sucks, I've had enough, I don't wanna feel the stuck under the rug, all my problems that I shove. I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough. Nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me, but let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all this stuff. I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough. Nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me, but let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all this stuff. It sucks when you finally feel like giving up. Oh God, no luck, everything feels like you're sticky stuck. I'm lost, handcuffed to the bed where I sleep, can't stop. Unplug, feeling overwhelmed, I think I've had enough. Gotta find a way to get some energy, gotta find someone who's a good friend of me. I need purpose to make it all worth it, I'm still searching and I'm still learning. I want a life that's filled with memories, not a life with regret in front of me. I need focus to keep me from hopeless psychosis if I keep moping. I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper.